Hey, how's it going, you guys? Welcome back to some more Cafe Stella. We just went out on a date with Nozumi, which was part research, part date, because we paid, so that makes it a date, right? And that went really well. So we got to learn some more about pancakes, because we're trying to open a cafe, and it's probably a good idea that we know how to make some pancakes. And then we also got introduced to this purple haired girl right there at the end. Not sure who she is, but she seems to be interested in the cafe is hiring, so perhaps she'll be one of the two other employees that we are going to obtain here soon. Let's go ahead and find out. Morning already. That's what I say every morning, and I'm like, oh, please let me have more sleep. I slowly roused my body, feeling sluggish. I'd gotten a little too caught up doing research last night, so I didn't get much sleep. I don't know, what are you researching? Are we talking about the cafe or something else? My body feels so heavy, especially my neck and shoulders. Maybe I hadn't been sitting in my chair properly. I don't either. As I lie in my bed, zoning out, I hear movement beyond my door. Uh-oh, are you not feeling good? Nozomi unlocks my door and enters my room. Nothing unusual about that, but she seems a little under the weather. What's wrong?
あれなんで起きてるの今日早く出る用事でもある
Man, I'm always busy. I gotta keep this cafe going, apparently. And, do other things. I'm a busy man. No, just a late night yesterday, so I couldn't sleep normally.
うわひどい顔
Okay, if I look awful, then you sound awful. How about that? Lay off. I was born with this face. Yeah, don't make fun of me. I'm beautiful. My mommy loves me.
じゃなくってゾンビみたいだよ
I mean, I feel like that's a little exaggerated, but okay. Apparently, I look even worse than I feel.
朝ごはん作ってる間に顔をいやいっそシャワーでも浴びたら
Probably not a bad idea. Yeah, maybe I will, but before that, I gotta ask. Are you doing okay? You seem a little unhappy.
そうなんだよ聞いてよ
I mean, what could have possibly happened this early in the morning? We just started the day.
太った
Oh no. It's the end of the world, guys. She put on weight. How much weight did you put on, Nozomi?
体重が増えたんだよちゃんとカロリーゼロになるようにしてたのに
Nozomi, I hate to tell you, you're only fat in one area. And that's probably a very hard area to lose weight in. Nothing wrong with having a bit of fat reserve, it's healthy.
よくない女の子には致命的なの
Well, in your case, it all goes to your boobs anyways. Well, I was thinking it, but Kosei is like, I'm just gonna say it. Let's just go for it.
これ以上大きくなるのも困るなただでさえ重くて邪魔なのに
Okay, I'll give you that one. I think that's very valid. Well, I don't think I can help you there. If I say one wrong thing, you're just gonna accuse me of being a creep again. That is probably very true.
胸を話題にしてから言うセリフかなそれ
Frick. She's got us there. Sorry, I didn't get enough sleep. I'm gonna go take a shower now.
無神経なのは平常運転だからね気をつけてね
I'm trying. I go into the bathroom and look in the mirror. Nozomi was right. I look terrible. My skin is pale, my eyes are cloudy like a dead fish's, and my mouth hangs agape. That's very specific. Even the wrinkles on my face seem more pronounced than usual. I hope you don't have too many wrinkles at your age. I have to admit the zombie is a pretty accurate description. But taking a hot shower helps clear my head a little. After changing into some clean clothes, I look in the mirror again. Some of the zombie features have disappeared, and a bit of color has returned to my cheeks. Good. Alright, time to do my bestest. I'm trying to think, is that a word? Bestest? I don't think it is. Okay, maybe my head's still not screwed on straight. A good night's sleep really is important.
そういえば和文のおじさんは
No idea. Oh, apparently she knows. Our old house. Said he wants to clean up the place and organize his paintings while he's in town. The house my family used to live in has been sitting empty for a while now, so everything's covered in dust. At this point, it's more of a storehouse for my dad's paintings.
朝ごはんはいいのかな
He hasn't messaged me or anything, so I'm sure he's managing fine.
わかった
I mean, he just kind of does his own thing anyways. I doubt he would even come. Unless we asked him for more advice again.
それから昨日のアルバイトの話なんだけど、
So what'd your parents say? I hope you're not planning on keeping a secret from them.
ちゃんと話したってば。お母さんはすぐに認めてくれた。勉強の方をおろそかにしないとは言われたけど。
I don't think it would. Just depends on when you're working, which shift. If you need help studying for tests, I can always tutor you.
バカなこと言ってる割に成績はいいのがムカつく。
Okay. Jealous much? Come on, give me a little credit. I study my butt off, I'll have you know. I take school very seriously.
そっか。
I don't know, I'm not very convinced by him. His kind of character doesn't seem like he would.
本当のところは
I rarely hang out with my friends, so I spend most of my time at home studying.
だと思った。
See, this is where he went wrong. He doesn't spend all of his free time playing visual novels and other games on the internet. Imagine not doing that. Crazy. You'd have so much time. I would know. Stop getting me depressed first thing in the morning. Anyways, what did your dad say?
カフェでバイトだなんて嫌だしってなんか一人で騒いでた。
Too inappropriate? What do you mean? Because of the outfits?
お客さんにナンパされそうだとか、働いてる同僚がチャラそうだとか、
Oh
一
my
人で
gosh.
顔真っ赤にしちゃってさ。
Welcome to the real world.
何を考えてるんだか。いやらしいのはお父さんの方だよ。
Yeah, I mean, that probably doesn't happen very often. So we said no.
昴生君の名前を出したら、最終的には許可してくれたよ。
Oh, okay.
この手伝いも続けるって条件はついたけど。
I mean, that's fair. They are a family of, like, Shinto priests, so I feel like that is kind of part of her responsibility. So, I mean, if she can do both. You have the energy for 2 jobs?
平気平気。同じ日に両方やることはないから。
Yeah, you could just kind of rotate. That's fine.
ただ、お正月とか繁忙期にはお店の方を休むことになるかもしれないけど。
Well, that's what the other employees are for. We're gonna put them on all the bad shifts, where they'll hate their job forever. You know, that's what every other business does. Well, as long as you let us know beforehand, I'm sure we can accommodate your schedule. I'll talk to my coworkers about it. Let me know if you have any other questions, I'll pass them on. I mean, you could just take her to the cafe and she can ask them herself. Thanks for the food, by the way.
お粗末様でした。
I know, Nozumi, you're the best. I don't know if you're best girl. I mean, probably not. But you do make me food. And that counts for something.
昴生君、今日は1限目からだっけ？
Do we? Yeah, only the one, though. I wish I could skip it, but the professor's super strict about attendance. I'm actually about to head out, too. Want to walk part of the way together?
たまにはいいかもね、そういうのも。
I mean, we are friends after all. I feel like that's something friends do.
ねえ、昴生君、今日ちょっと寒くない？
Gosh, that was yesterday. I thought it was finally starting to warm up here. It's been like in the 30s. And before that, it was like even lower. And it's finally like moving up ever so slowly. And it's gotten to about 50 today. So I'll take that. But gosh, yesterday was so chilly. Well, we are in fall, but I don't think it's much colder than yesterday.
そっか。ちょっと変な気配が。ゾゾって。
Something weird in there. Is it one of those butterflies? Are you sick? If you're not feeling well, you should probably stay home. I can take you back if you want.
多分そういうのじゃないんだけど。
At that moment, something flickers in the corner of my vision. I knew it. Ah, it's a butterfly. A wondrous butterfly that shines with an otherworldly light. A remnant of a human soul lingering in the world of the living. I don't think I'm hallucinating due to my lack of sleep. Could this be what Nozomi is sensing? And how long has this butterfly been loitering around here? Let me walk you to school anyways. If you start feeling better along the way, I'll let you go. But if you're still not feeling well, we'll do a U-turn and take you right back home.
いいって、昴生君も授業があるんだから、一人で行くってば、無理もしないから。
I mean, I have no doubt she can make it there, but still, we're trying to be a nice friend here. I'm not taking no for an answer. I have a responsibility to look after you since I'm older. I owe that much to your parents. Nozomi's school is in a different direction, but still within walking distance. It'll be a bit of a detour, but not too much of a hassle. Come on, let's go. Yeah, let's go on an adventure. But as we walk further away from my apartment... that's interesting. So that butterfly is just kind of hanging around that area, huh? Could be. Looks like it was the butterfly after all. This one might have been a result of that miracle, too. Might be worth mentioning to Akazuki-san. After taking Nozomi to school, I head to college. 5 minutes before the start of class, I arrive on campus. I make a beeline towards the lecture hall. Yes, all the anime protagonists here in class. You know, you got people with pink hair and green hair, purple, any other weird colors. I mean, I would say like gray or white is pretty odd. Anything that's like brown or black is probably normal. Whew, made it. Well, duh. Did you not believe me before? Oh, Shiki-san. Well, I'm glad you pay attention to your surroundings. The audacity of this woman. Only this one. I don't know anyone else in our class, so I usually sit at the back. Okay, I'll give you that one, but surely you've just seen me passing by. Or, talk to you later. Well, okay. That's not very Chad-like behavior. After giving it some thought, I decide to leave her alone and take my usual seat at the back. Why, did I take your seat or something? Oh, so she wanted to sit next to me, huh? We just went and left, like a loner. Well, you probably wouldn't appreciate me acting all chummy with you, would you? That's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's fair enough. I definitely had some coworkers that were just people I worked with. I had some that like I was on good terms with. I had some that were like closer to work friends. And then I had some people, yeah, just nope, avoid them. Well, of course I don't hate you. You're not going to accuse me of being a creep for sitting next to you, though, are you? You kind of groaned when you saw me. She's just like, ugh. And she's like, oh, I didn't mean it that way. It was like a good, not. Hopefully that fixed it. I don't know why my microphone just like shut off. I'm actually sitting right next to a girl in class I never thought the day would come. My pulse immediately begins to quicken. She smells kind of good. Is this what all girls smell like? Crap, my thoughts are actually getting kind of creepy now. Get your mind out of the gutter, you virgin. I pray to God my thoughts haven't been showing on my face. Oh boy, did she see us? I can't stand this. I always clam up because I have no idea what the heck to talk about. I mean, aren't we in class? Aren't we supposed to be, you know, paying attention? That only makes the silence more awkward, which only makes it harder to say anything, let alone open my mouth. We're supposed to be learning how to be a Chad here, and she's calling us out for not saying anything. I know, you're probably thinking, man, he's boring. Go away if you're not going to talk, or get away from me, loser. Yeah, I really think like one of the worst things you can do in a situation like that is to constantly like think about how they're perceiving you, because you really don't need to do that. Like if you're constantly worried about how other people are looking at you, you're just going to be constantly paranoid. It's like, don't do that. Just focus on yourself. I mean, you don't need to really do much to stand out, right?
そのままだと女の子と会話もできずに本当に一生そのままかもよ。
That is true too. I mean, it's really not that hard to talk to girls. Just treat them like human beings, okay? If you're treating them like some kind of mystical creature or some kind of object, then yeah, it's going to be hard to talk to them. But women aren't like that. They're just another human being like you, okay? Just talk to them. I wish I could tell this to every anime protagonist that, like, just doesn't get it. Now I need to work on my social skills. If I'm going to be working at a cafe, those will be indispensable. I doubt I'll have to act as cheery as I had to at the pub I worked at.
もしかしなくても重荷になってる?
No, it should be fine. Yeah, I mean, we're the ones who decided to take it. Kind of because we were forced to. I mean, you guys saw what happened when I chose not to. Plus, it's not all bad. There are a couple of perks.
例えば?
Being able to spend time with a pretty girl like you. Oh, Kosei, okay. I like it.
何それ? 耳まで赤くしながら何言ってんの? バカじゃないの? 恥ずかしくないの?
Okay, so the line was good, but the presentation, the delivery, wasn't too great. We could work on that. Getting a phone call. People always calling me at the worst times, right? Of course I'm embarrassed.
でしょうね.
I just figured most normies regularly compliment girls on their looks.
その褒め方はリア充っていうよりナルシスト?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if, like, you are first meeting up and you're like, oh, hey, you look nice today. That's fine. That's not weird, right? If you, like, start off a conversation with that and your friends, right? But you don't need to keep saying it. Like, that just makes it seem like you're really, like, into them. And it's like, that just... Why am I trying to give you guys advice? You guys are fine. You don't need my advice. You don't need it. This is all so confusing.
なんでそんなセリフをチョイスするかな? かなり重症.
I wouldn't be surprised. I can more or less carry on a normal conversation with Nozomi, no problem. I mean, because you've known her forever. But when I talk to other people similarly, we rarely hit it off in the same way. Maybe I should tone down my speech a little, act more natural.
その努力だけは買ってあげる. 練習したいなら私が付き合うから.
He is trying very hard, I'll give him that.
個人的にはうざい陽キャよりは今の高峰くんの方がいいと思ってるしね.
Well, there we go. Okay. We're in.
見てて面白いウェイ.
You're very funny, dude. Oh, we're back to this one again, huh? Saying dude after every sentence.
ごめんごめん.
At that moment, the professor enters the classroom. Our conversation naturally comes to an end as we turn our attention to the front. However, only a few minutes after the professor begins the lesson, I feel my concentration starting to slip. Ah, crap. I'm feeling super tired all of a sudden. Shiki-san sitting next to me ought to have me feeling restless, but an irrepressible wave of exhaustion washes over my body. So one of the butterflies, maybe? I know that can kind of throw off your mood. I struggle to stay awake, but to no avail, and doze off soon after. Dang, we're falling asleep in class. And then everyone's gone. My eyes open just in time to see the professor walk out the door.
おはよう.
Did I fall asleep?
開始3分ぐらいからぐっすりと.
You know, we just told Nozomi that we're a pretty good student, right? And then here we are falling asleep in class. What a delinquent.
いびきもなかったし、先生は気づいてなかっただろうけど。いや、何も言わなかっただけかな。
I mean, I would say he noticed, considering we were just still sleeping on the desk as he walks out. We're the only person in class. Oh, good. I give my limbs a good stretch.
寝不足?
I was doing some research concerning the cafe, so I stayed up kind of late. After I left yesterday, I stopped by this trendy new cafe with a friend. I noticed a ton of differences between the place and ours, so I went home and did as much research as I could on the subject. I'd like to go into more detail, but sorry, it'll have to probably wait until work. I have plans to meet up with someone after this.
お、うん。私も次の講義があるから。あとこれ、 今日のノートないよりはマシでしょ。
Yeah, that would greatly help. Oh, wow, thanks.
じゃあまたお店でね。
Okay, sounds good. This has to be the first time I've ever borrowed notes. I'm usually the one letting people copy mine. Considering that, I feel like my life might finally be starting to change. Well, I better stop loitering around here. I will say Natsumi seems to be the person that we have some of the more natural conversations with. I know, like, we're kind of, like, working on that right now, but as far as, like, just everyday type person, I'd probably like Natsumi the best. I think Kana's situation is very, how would I put that? It's very different, okay? She's the Grim Reaper, so I don't know how a relationship with that would work. But, like, as far as, like, an everyday person that we run into that we would, like, try to build a relationship with, I think Natsumi would be the best. Just because, I don't know, it'd be weird, um, weird with Nozomi, just because she's our childhood friend. Like, we've known her for so long, and it would be weird to transition that over into a relationship. Not that it couldn't work, but I don't know. We'll see. Guess he's not here yet. Ah, there he is. Our best friend. Looks like he noticed me at the same time. Then he charges over and grabs me by the collar. What did I do? You be nice, Hiroto. I've been nice to you, okay? I paid you back for that coffee. I won't deny this. That something like that did happen. Okay. How the hell did you know that? Oh my gosh, no. We're in the spotlight now. Ah, frick. I forgot. She's just a walking, like, freaking, drama magnet. Like, everyone just wants to gossip about her. Shows me a snapshot of Shiki-san and I sitting together taken from behind. Wow, I never gave them permission to take my photo. Ah, yes, because in the real world, that's how it works. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we like owned a car or something and then our tires were flat. I mean, I could give you a few reasons, but okay. Chill out for a sec, will you? Hey, I've said a lot of nice things about you, Hiroto. I thought you were a cool guy, and then here you are just calling me a virgin and saying that I shouldn't be able to get any good women. Can't deny that. But you have no room to say crap. You're a virgin too. Well, it's not much of a story. I'm half in disbelief too, believe me, though it's not like our relationship is anything special, honestly. Just so we're clear, she and I aren't exactly close friends, so don't ask me to hook you two up or something. I mean, yeah, I would never hook those two up. I'm trying to get with her, obviously. I'm trying to get with all of them. Eventually. Speaking of which, did you manage to get in touch with her for me? I don't know, I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing her here pretty soon. You think she's okay? That's a little concerning. You know, she just got kidnapped or something, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I definitely know some people that are like that. That'll just read the text and just never respond. I used to be like that kind of too. It just depended who it was. I mean, certain people, it's like, oh, you know, you're cool. I'll text you back right away. Other people, nope. Yeah, let's freaking go. I want to do it. Need to ask her about cafes. So I actually found a new job, and the place I'm going to be working at is a cafe.
マジでお前がカフェ
Yep, believe it. Just as part of the opening staff.
似合わんな
I feel that. But yeah, I just want to ask your sister for advice on our sweets, see if she can give us any pointers, recipes, that sort of thing.
なんでバイトのお前がレシピに首を突っ込んでるんだ
Well, various reasons. I'll leave it to your imagination.
ま、いいけどさ
Where does your sister work, by the way? Do we have to take the train?
心配するなすぐそこのケーキ屋だ
Ooh, she works at the cake shop. Okay. The store he points to is called Patisserie Soren. Or Saurin? I'm not too sure. It's located right in front of the station and hard to miss, despite it not even being new and they're filled with customers. It must be pretty popular. That place famous or something?
雑誌に載ったりしたこともあるらしいぞ
Okay, I can
姉貴
respect
が
it.
土産で持って帰ってきたこともあったが確かにうまかった
I mean, I believe it if they're, like, this busy at noon.
本店はここだけどデパートとか東京の方にも店を出してた気がするな
Okay. Is your sister, like, the head baker or something?
んなわけない姉貴はあくまで従業員オーナーがパティシエでその人が有名なんだとさ
Okay, but she probably knows some stuff about making cakes then, I would assume. Still though, if she's a pastry chef at the place, like, she must have a hand in making the cake, surely. That's pretty amazing in my opinion. Maybe she's just been too busy with work to get back to you.
とにかく行くぞ
いらっしゃいませ。お決まりですか？
すみませんそうじゃなくて俺塩山ひろとと言います塩山鈴音の弟なんですが姉と話すことはできますか
I wonder if she doesn't work there anymore. For a moment, the entire store, more accurately, all the employees freeze in place.
姉と連絡が取れないんですだからちょっと困ってて
それは、
今ここにいますか
あ、いえ、
Okay, so I was right.
塩山さんは退職しましたから。
は退職
はい。ですから、私たちには。
That's good, she didn't get fired at least.
そう
もうよろしいでしょうか。他にお客様もいらっしゃいますので。
はいすみません
Dang, we should have got some cake while we were there. Like, you could have ordered something. You didn't know she quit?
まったく何も聞いてない
I mean, we haven't heard from her at all, so...
多分おかんも知らないはずだやめたって
Because she's coming to work at the cafe. Are you sure she's alright?
ああ俺もちょっと不安になってきた
His sister quit her job, chose not to tell her family, and they can't get in contact with her now.
とりあえずおかんに連絡をしておくかないやでも先に確認しておいた方がさっきの店員さん
What's
先
that?
ほどは失礼しました。私、もう少しで休憩ですから、ここで待っていてもらえますか？
Okay. I mean, fine. The employee hands Hiroto a scrap of paper from a
塩山
notepad.
さんのことでお話ししておきたいことがあるんですが、お店ではちょっと。
I wonder what's going on with her.
は
Seems a little strange.
あわかりました
すみません。ではまた後で。
Okay then, I guess we'll see you.
これ新手のナンパって可能性はないかな
Don't kid yourself, Hiroto. Very funny, I'm glad you can still make jokes.
冗談でも言わないとやってられないだろうなんか厄介事っぽいし
Yeah, I agree. Well, no point in stressing ourselves out. Let's go sit down for now. After roughly 10 minutes have passed, the employee we spoke to comes jogging back to us.
すみません。お待たせしました。
いえそれはいいですからそれよりも姉貴の話って何ですか
連絡が取れないっておっしゃってましたよね。
I mean, I would hope it's true. We said it, so.
はいメッセージに既読はつくんですけど 返信や連絡はなくて。
本人に無断で言っちゃいけないのかもしれないですけど、連絡が取れないっていうのが心配で、塩山さんショックを受けているのかもしれませんから、ご家族の方は知ってた方がいいんじゃないかと思って。
Sounds like a private matter. Should I step away for a while?
待てって、この状況で俺を一人にするな。お前も兄貴に用事があるだろ。なら無関係じゃないって。
Huh, so she's been
続
depressed.
きをお願いします。兄貴は何か問題を起こしたんですか？
いえ、問題を起こしたわけではないんですが。
地上のもつれじゃないですよね。
まさかオーナーは結婚してますし、塩山さんもそんな気持ちはかけらもなかったと思いますよ。むしろ折り合いは悪いぐらいでした。塩山さんはより美味しくなる提案をして、それがオーナーの品種を買って。
Ah, I see. So she tried to tell, this very experienced patisserie chef how to do his job. And he didn't like that. Okay, I can see that. Her words were vague, but it's easy enough to picture what had happened. I imagine it was some sort of abuse of power going on. Given how the air in the store had frozen the moment Hiroto mentioned his sister's name, I think that all but confirms it.
決定的だったのはパティシエの大会です。塩山さんの実力なら大会でも活躍できたと思うんですが、店の名前も関係するからといってオーナーが出場を許さなくって、我慢の限界だったのか、ついに塩山さんはお店を辞めました。塩山さんならどこでも働けるはずだったんですが。
Kind of sounds like she wasn't very valued there. So I really don't blame her for wanting to find a new place to work.
まさか。
実際にオーナーが手を回してるかどうかは知らないんですが、信憑性はともかくオーナーと揉めたくない人も多いですから。
Oh, I see. So he screwed her over. Wonderful. Well, first and foremost, we should probably go check on her.
まあそうだな。まずは安否確認。すみません、教えてくれてありがとうございました。
いえ、お礼を言われるようなことではありませんから。むしろ。
Yeah, that was very nice of her to go out of her way to tell us all this.
それじゃ私はこれで失礼します。
はい。さすがにこれは予想してなかったな。
Why don't you inform your mom first?
それは後にするというか、まず姉貴の部屋に行ってみよう。
Yeah, might as well let her know when we have the whole story.
不安になるだけだろうから。
Well, let's go.
管理人の方はどうだった？
No luck, they can't open her door for us without her permission.
連絡が取れないからそっちに電話してるのに。
Well, they say you're better off contacting the police. Suppose we could ask Rokuro-san for help, seeing as he owns the apartment, but I'd rather not bother him if I can help it. For now, we should probably just follow the proper procedures. What do you want to do? Call the police?
最悪の場合はそうなるか。その時にはおかんにもいてもらうとして。しょうがない。とりあえず部屋に行ってみるか。弟がノックしながら呼びかければさすがに反応するかも。
So wait, we just tried to get access to her apartment and we didn't even try knocking first? Okay, that's a little weird. I would have just went up and knocked and seen if she opened the door or not. Hiroto's sister lives on one floor above me. He walks in front of her door, which looks identical to mine, and gives it a bit of a rough knock.
姉貴、いるんだろ？俺だ、ヒロトだ。ここを開けろ。偽物じゃないぞ。早く開けろって。
Nothing. Maybe she's out? Hiroto places his ear to the
な
door.
んか物音がしてるような。誰かはいるっぽい。返信がないからおかんも心配してるぞ。とりあえずここを開けて顔を見せろ。 開けないと警察を呼ぶことになるぞ。大ごとになってもいいのか？
He continues to call out to her, knocking persistently. At last, we get a response. The snick of her lock sliding door. The snick of her lock sliding open. What is the snick? She's unlocked the door.
これって入ってこいってことだよ
Probably.
な。よかった。ちゃんと生きてたか。
With a sigh of relief, he opens the door. The sight instantly takes my breath away. Oh my gosh. um, so, remember how I said we're the king of butterflies? She's the queen of butterflies. Oh my gosh. The room was full of butterflies, the glowing kind like the ones I saw outside my apartment this morning. How in the... It isn't only a single one that appeared, like what happened when the landlady dropped by. The room is virtually festering with them.
こうせ？
Or it's nothing. Yeah, that's right, he can't see these, huh? One of the butterflies flits right past his face, but he doesn't even blink. They're invisible to him. What the hell is going on here? Why are there so dang many in her room?
いるならもっと早く出てこいよ。
何？どうしたの急に。
Oh, so this is his sister. Oh, I thought that purple-haired girl was. I guess not.
連絡入れても返信が全然ないから心配で様子を見に来たんだよ。
Why is she, like, half his height?
そんな大げさに捉えなくても、わざわざ来なくても。
And she also has a very unrealistic hair color.
そういうのならせめて返信ぐらいよこせよ。
あんたに心配されるようなことは何もない。けどまあ、心配をかけたことは謝るよ。
バカな。姉貴が謝った。
He's so surprised.
平気か。そんな素直に謝るとか姉貴らしくないぞ。
申し訳ないと思ったから謝ったのに、その反応腹立つな。
だってすぐに逆ギレして俺のことを足毛にするじゃねえか。
そうだっけ？
そうだよ。
あんた、私に蹴ってほしいの？
That's why I was looking into the camera a few times. I'm like, what kind of relationship do you have with your sister? I thought we were in Japan, not Alabama.
弟がド M とか普通に引くんだけど。
ちげえよ。仮に M だとしてもあんたに蹴られても全く何も嬉しくねえ。俺はただ心配してるだけだ。
ありがとう。けど平気。今はちょっとそういう気分じゃないってだけ。
Yeah, because you have a whole butterfly exhibit in here.
そういう気分ってどういう気分？
Probably went to a zoo and just like took them all.
なんていうか、今はちょっと怒るのにも疲れた。いろんなエネルギーが底をついてる感じ。
やっぱ変だぞ、姉貴。
This isn't who she normally is?
全然違う。絶対にありえねえ。やっぱ精神的に来てんのかな。
I mean, is this gonna be like parquet in a little ways? Where it's like the same person, but like two different people? She did say she's lacking energy. Maybe she's feeling depressed. Considering the events that led her to quitting her job, I can fully understand why she wouldn't be feeling the greatest. But then, what about these butterflies? There are far too many in here for it to be mere coincidence. They may be related to her mood in some way. Perhaps she's absorbing them into her soul like what happened to me. Forget it, I'm not going to come up with any answers myself. I need to consult Akazuki-san. She seems exhausted. Maybe have her go back home with you and stay there for a bit. It'd probably do her more good than being here alone. And I'm sure your parents want to see her too.
そうだな。仕事のこともあるし、一度勘や音を交えて話をした方がいいかも。
Probably a good idea.
こんなに覇気のない姉貴、初めて見るしな。
Well, I mean, with this many butterflies in here, yeah, that would drag down your mood a little
お
bit.
かんに電話するから姉貴を見ててくれるか。
I mean, isn't she older than us? Can't she watch herself? I know she looks really young, but Hiroto steps back into the entryway and pulls out his phone, which leaves me and his sister face to face.
何？
He's just gonna go and introduce himself. I'm Takamine Kosei. Me and your brother share the same major at college, and I live on the floor below you.
ああ、うん。一度会ったことがあったね。
Yeah, we met once. Are you doing alright, by the way?
何が？
You seem kind of down.
そんな風に見える？自分じゃよくわからないけど、心配してくれてありがとう。
You're welcome. Out of curiosity, you aren't keeping all these butterflies as pets, are you?
超？
Sorry, just ignoring that.
悪い。姉貴は俺が連れて帰るよ。
Okay, so that's good. We confirmed that she doesn't really realize all those butterflies are there. I wasn't sure if she was doing that on purpose. Want me to walk with you guys part of the way?
いや、平気だ。
Okay,
お
that
かんが
sounds fair.
払うから、とにかく連れてこいって言われたよ。おいこら、家に戻るぞ。
はあ？なんで家に戻らなきゃいけないわけ？
おかんが呼んでる。ついでに、実家で少しゆっくりしろ。
実家でゆっくりか。ああ、それもいいかも。
Yeah,
寝てる
sounds
だ
fair.
けで料理も洗濯も掃除も終わってる生活。社会に出るとそのありがたみを深く感じるよ。
You know, I didn't have to worry about that. I just got married and had a wife who was willing to do all that stuff for me. I mean, I still do a lot of my own cooking, I would say. But as far as like laundry, and I help clean, I just don't really do much of the laundry.
その
He's
あ
very
りがたみ
particular
を
about it.
確かめるためにも、家に一度戻るぞ。
わかった。
But trust me, living with your parents is not fun.
今日は悪かったな。こんなことになって。
I mean, unless y'all have great parents. Like, I moved out in my 20s, but once I did, it's like, oh, so much better. I'd rather be married. Oh no, I don't mind.
じゃあまたな。
Been very eerie music. It's been like kind of dragging this mood down a little bit. Hopefully we can cheer up a little bit. Maybe we should bring Akazuki-san back here and like, you know, clean out all these butterflies. Gosh, that was so many of them. Because we saw like 4 on the screen, and I'm assuming there was a lot more than that. The door closes after Hiroto climbs in and the cab drives off. After it disappears from view, I look back up at the apartment building again. As I do so, I see a twinkle of light shimmering outside Shiomiya's-san's window, a butterfly. Perhaps the butterfly I saw this morning came from her room, too. I've never seen so many in one place before. Maybe I've just never noticed. It's possible that I'm the one attracting them, though that's something I'd rather not consider. I mean, would it be us? She has all the butterflies in her room, unless she's like trapping them in there somehow. If that's really the case, then I might as well forget about getting a girlfriend, because anyone who gets close to me will only end up suffering. See, that's where Kana comes in. Just get with the person who can just destroy butterflies, right? Perfect. And she's a Grim Reaper. That's cool, right? As parting ways with Hiroto, I immediately head to the cafe. Brooding over this won't get me anywhere. I need to speak to those with more knowledge on the matter. I think that's a fair idea. Are you here, Mikito?
どうした?
A deep, husky voice greets me as I enter the room. I needed to talk to you, you and Akazuki-san.
店とは違うことか。
No.
わかった。カンナも呼ぼう。
I would have laughed if he said, I'm gonna go fetch her, and then he just yells out. It's like, hey, Kana, come here. Once the both of them are present, I immediately explain the sight I'd seen. A young woman who'd become so drained of her spirit that even her family was baffled, and her apartment full of glowing butterflies. After hearing my story, Akazuki and Mikito furrowed their brows and let out a low sigh.
そんなことが。
Indeed.
蝶が集まっていた場所から話すことには意味がある。
Yeah, no, that was a good idea.
とはいえ、一定の場所にいては、いずれまた蝶は集まってしまうだろうが、しばらくは大丈夫だろう。
My phone keeps, like, going off. Like, why am I suddenly so popular as I'm trying to record a video? Huh? Is there a chance she was absorbing the butterflies into her soul, kind of like I was?
いえ、高峰さんの時とは少し事情が違います。
Yeah, I think it's because we're, like, a person who can, like, create miracles, right? Like, that's the difference, so we can, like, absorb them and become more powerful. But you know, we're not allowed to do that. Lame.
必要がないと思って説明を省いていましたが、蝶々が及ぼす影響には2種類あるんです。
Interesting.
一つは高峰さんの時のように蝶々を自分の魂に取り込んで肥大化する場合。
I'm still not understanding why is that a bad thing. I want to become more powerful. That'd be awesome.
もう一つは自分の魂が蝶々の思念に染められる場合です。
What does that mean exactly?
お前の場合は幸せを望む強い気持ちが蝶を取り込んだ。いわばお前の魂に蝶が染まったことになる。その娘はそれとは逆だ。魂が弱って蝶の気持ちに染められたのだ。
Ah, okay. So it's a matter of like influence. So my soul, I guess, is strong enough that I'm influencing them, but their soul is stronger than hers, so it's influencing her. Okay. I see, I
本来
see.
蝶々に人の魂を染め上げるような強い力はありません。ですが元から気落ちしている人は別です。よりマイナス方面に引っ張られる可能性があって。
So it was probably all the events that led to her getting fired, and that's what ended up happening.
最悪の場合、蝶々に同調して生きることすらも諦めてしまいかねません。
I mean, there was a lot of butterflies, that's for sure.
大家さんはこちらの場合のかなり初期の段階です。
Wait, so if there were that many butterflies in Shioyama's San's room, does that mean she's already beyond saving?
落ち着け。気だるげではあったが反応があって会話も成立していたんだろ。
Yeah, no, I definitely feel like she should be still able to be saved.
ならばまだ時間はある。すべてを諦めた者はもはや会話も成り立たん。魂が受け入れたマイナスの気持ちが肉体にも波及してしまうからな。
一時的に気分が落ち込んでいるだけで死神が何もしなくてもやる気を取り戻す可能性も十分にあります。
I mean, if we can get her away from the butterflies long enough, I'm sure, but I'm not too sure about that. So we can just wait and see how it plays out for now.
話を聞く限りでは今のところは。
聖者の魂に死者の魂のかけらが及ぼす影響は微々たるものだ。今は一人ではなく周りに家族もいるのだろう。会話やコミュニケーションを取ればその影響はより小さくなる。
I don't know, those butterflies honestly are pretty powerful though. It's like Nozomi was just around one and it was like bringing down her mood quite a bit. I can't imagine like having a room full of them.
今後の変化を見てからでも対応は遅くない。
危険なのは全てに執着しなくなって話しかけてもまともな反応が返ってこなくなった時です。
Yeah, that's called depression. Couldn't you just slash them with your scythe like you did me?
衰弱した魂を元に戻すことはできません。死神の鎌はあくまで回収するためのものですから。必要なのは立ち直るためのショックと言いますか、きっかけと言いますか。
I mean, I don't know what kicking their pants will do. Do I need to kick every single pair they own?
本人の魂を揺さぶり、再び執着を抱かせるような強い感情や思いが必要です。
So what you're saying is we should invite her to the cafe to cook here because that's what she likes doing. And she'll be able to have some influence on how the place runs because we need some help and it seems like she has some ideas. That's what I'm hearing. Speaking of which, is it possible that I'm the one attracting all those butterflies around Shioyama-san? I do live in the same apartment building as her.
それはない。
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, he kept mentioning that, but I'm like, wouldn't they be in your room then? Why would they be in the room above you? Are you sure? You don't have to lie to spare my feelings.
信じろ。そんな重要なことを隠したりはしない。
Okay.
そもそもお前の魂は近づいてきた蝶を取り込むんだ。周囲に影響を及ぼすことはない。
Well, that's a relief. Thank God it's not affecting the people around me.
とにかく今は目先の問題を解決させましょう。
あっちこっちに問題を抱えたままでは身動きが取れなくなる。
I mean, we kind of already are. We still need to get the cafe ready, and then we're having to deal with this problem now, too. Alright, I'll try to keep up with Shioyama-san and ask her family how she's doing. In the meantime, let's focus on the cafe.
そうですね。頑張らないと。
Alright, let's freaking do it. Gosh, my chair keeps, like, deflating. Like, I inflate it all the way to the top, and then, like, it slowly goes down. Trying to sit up, you know? Anyway, so I've been giving it some thought,
聞かせて。
and I want you to be my girlfriend, Natsumi. You're the love of my life. Once Shiki-san arrives, we resume our discussion about the cafe's design. Oh, well, I thought it was going to be something a little more exciting. Firstly, I think we need to increase the lighting in here. Second, a few more menu items wouldn't hurt either. It's fun to have options to choose from and also encourages customers to visit again to try something new. It also gives people something to talk about if they order different items. That is true.
噂には聞いたことある。
Yeah, people do it quite often. I know you said you don't go drinking, but I didn't know you'd never been to a restaurant with anyone before.
ぼっちですけど何か文句あります？
No, because he's in the exact same way. What about you, Akazuki-san?
死神ですからゆっくりお茶するような人付き合いはなくてすみません。
Well, you know, that's a darn shame. We should change that. I think Grim Reapers deserve to socialize, just like everyone else.
高峰君も含めてね。
Anyways, back to what I was saying. I also think we should reconsider our staff configuration.
と言いますと？
Well, for instance, I think you're very pretty, Akazuki-san, and you have a lovely smile. This guy is simping so hard for her. It's actually kind of crazy. Just as soon as he meets a woman, he's just like, yeah, you're very pretty, or you're a cute girl. He always throws that in there. Have you noticed that? Simping.
はい、それはどうも。
I thought Hiroto was bad. Hiroto, was like that. His is a little more low-key, so, it's, you know, you don't see it as much. But, I'm glad she's taking the compliment.
ってもしかして口説こうとしてます？
Oh, frick, she's onto us. Run.
嬉しかったですけど、いくらなんでもそんな一言で股を開くほど私はちょろくはありませんから。
Okay. I mean, nobody was implying that, but I'm glad to know that you don't just do that for anybody. I mean, that's good. You shouldn't be. You don't have to make it sound so vulgar. I'm not hitting on you.
なんだ、それは残念。
Women, I don't understand. I don't understand. You get mad like you don't want me to do that. And then you were like, "Oh, that's too bad. I wish you were doing that." Make up your mind.
でもだったら一体どういうおつもりですか？
Well, a pretty girl like you serving customers is going to turn a lot more heads than a guy like me. That is true. I think you'd be better suited to working as a waitress than a cook. Unless something goes terribly wrong, I can handle the food preparation instead.
そういうことですか。はあ、びっくりした。
What do you mean scare you like that? What were you expecting? I don't know. Kana has some weird ideas, I guess. That being said, I can't be manning the kitchen full-time either, so we're gonna need to hire another cook. That means we need to finalize our recipe and create a training manual.
じゃあまずはメニューを確定させないと。
Yeah, let's figure out what we're cooking and then find out what we're gonna have, you know, be our final product. Right, I was thinking parfaits. Yes. They're easy to top with strawberries and other fruits, and they don't take much practice to make consistently. What do you think?
パフェ作れるの？
There's not much to it. All you have to do is assemble the ingredients and serve. It's simpler than you think.
へえ、そうなんだ。あ、思ったんだけど、オムライスは薄焼きの他に半熟のタイプも追加するのはどう？
That should be doable. If I can't, though, I guess I'll just have to practice till I get it. I'm the one who suggested I work in the kitchen, so I have a responsibility. This isn't the time to be making excuses, but first I have to get as good as making omelet rice as Akazuki-san.
高峰さんなら大丈夫です。すぐに作れるようになります。
No pressure, eh? Well, I'll do my
よ
best.
ろしくお願いしますね。
You know, if I'm working with Kana, you know, I can try. That's pretty much what Kosei's reaction is. Like, if I'm working with you, I can do anything. Also, as far as dishes I can make goes, what about pasta?
自信があるんですか？
More of a question of difficulty rather than confidence. Since we're going to be serving it to customers, we're going to need a lot of practice regardless, but I think I can do it. If we're going with a tomato-based pasta or carbonara, we'll be able to reuse a lot of the same ingredients.
それができれば助かるけど、大丈夫？
That's probably a very solid question to ask.
一気に増やすことになるけど、
I guess it depends on how perfect we want to make them, but the cafe's success hinges on this. We should give it a try before we go making excuses.
ありがとう。
Anyways, our most important item, of course, will be the pancakes. Since our target customers are mainly going to be women, we should prioritize making them as good as possible. Pancakes I had at that trendy cafe yesterday were unquestionably delicious, but according to Nozomi, that level of quality is actually considered fairly average. I fully understand her reservations about making her own now. That's why I was hoping Hiroto's sister could help us out instead, but as it turns out, she has her own problems to deal with. That's very true. Well, I suppose things don't always work out the way you want. I'm still trying to figure out things out on the end, but for now, let's talk about what we can do ourselves.
はい。
So far, I've already found one potential new worker. Her name is Sumizome Nozomi, and she's a childhood friend of mine. I've known her ever since we were kids, so I can vouch for her character.
高峰くんの。
Yeah.
そっか。それなら人柄の心配はなさそう。
Well, she's better than us, that's for sure.
何せ子供の頃からずっと高峰くんと付き合ってきてるんだから。
What is that supposed to mean? Right, I'm sure you'll get along with her.
そこを認めていくんですね。
Trying to be a more positive person. I'm sure.
そういうのポジティブって言うのかな。嫌いではありませんけどね。そういうスタンスも。
Well, thank you, Kana. Nozomi's a cheery girl with a big smile. She's thoughtful, considerate, and she knows how to cook too. Plus, she's a coffee drinker herself. She's pretty smart too, so she should have no trouble learning how to brew different coffee and tea. Probably. She won't be able to take too many shifts since she's still in school, but I think she'll be a valuable addition to the team nonetheless.
そこまで推薦するならほぼ決まりでいいかも。
Okay.
さすがに決定に関しては本人と会う必要はあるけど。
Sounds fair. I've done all I can, the rest is up to Nozomi, though I don't think there's any cause for concern. I'm confident she could ace an interview at any company, let alone an interview for a part-time job at a cafe. She's a people person after all.
失礼します。
Ooh, we finally get to meet this girl. Okay.
はい。大変申し訳ありません。まだオープンしていないんですが。
We still haven't, like, gotten introduced to her yet, so I'm curious, like, who exactly she is.
おお、綺麗なメイドさんだ。
Just comes in here like, oh yeah, the maids are great.
いえ、ごめんなさい。客じゃないんです。表の張り紙を見て応募させてもらえたらと。
You're hired. We literally need anybody. So if you can cook or just hold drinks, you're hired.
表の張り紙っていうと。はい。私、日内田にメイと言います。
Hyochudani Mei. Okay.
アルバイトは
I'm
初
just
め
gonna call
て
you
なん
Mei.
ですけど、一生懸命頑張ります。よろしくお願いします。
All right. You're hired.
あれ？募集してるんですよね。ごめんなさい。まさか昨日の今日で来てくれるとは思ってなかったから。
I don't know. She probably just has nothing better to do.
来てくれてありがとう。じゃあ面接を。今から時間ある？はい、もちろん暇してます。よろしくお願いします。すみません。この後なんですが、私はちょっと用事があるので外に出てきます。ですから申し訳ありませんが、夏目さんにお任せしてもいいですか？わかった。じゃあ私と高峰くんで。
All right, let's do it. What kind of errand?
その部屋に集まっていた蝶々を捕まえてきます。放置しているとそのまま高峰さんの部屋に移動してくる心配もありますしね。
I mean, I kind of wanted them to. I'm actually surprised. Like, how did we walk around all the butterflies and not absorb them? Like, is there a condition to absorbing them? I just thought you had to be near him. Ah, sorry for the trouble.
いえいえ、これも死神のお仕事ですから。
Is she just gonna break into her apartment? Like, how is she gonna get in there? Yeah, that's just what I was thinking.
そこは問題ありません。ピッキングは得意です。
Oh, good to know. The Grim Reaper knows how to pick a lock. I'll just add that to your many talents.
ジョークですってば。空き巣とは違いますよ。私は死神ですからね。では、行ってきますね。
You know, we'll leave it to you, Kana. Okay. See you later. No idea how she does the things she does. You know, just, she's a cute anime girl. She can break into places all she wants. After waving goodbye to Akazuki-san, we sit down to begin the interview. Alright, so just go ahead and sit on the couch over here.
それじゃあ、早速始めさせてもらいます。はい、よろしくお願いします。こういうの聞く側に回るの初めてだから緊張するな。
Yeah, I've never done an interview before, so that'd be interesting. You know, I have, like, some Discord servers and stuff that I run, right? I don't ever interview people. I just message them like, hey, you want to be one of my mods? I think, like, you're a pretty responsible person. I like you, so. And then people are just like, okay. That's how my interviews go.
ごめんなさい。それでは改めて自己紹介をお願いします。名前は日内谷芽衣です。今までにアルバイトの経験はありません。基本的には土日も平気です。
Okay, you're hired.
はじめまして、四季夏目です。その制服、巻き旗よね。
I'm sorry, when she, like, when Natsume started introducing her name, all I wanted to say was you're hired. And I'm like, oh, I can't just say you're hired to her. She already works here.
はい。巻き旗女学院2年 A 組。出席番号は29番です。
I didn't need to know that, but okay, thank you. I don't need to know your exact information.
懐かしい。私も通ってたから。
Is she in middle school then? Is that what I'm reading? Or no, I guess she is in high school. Because, like, we're in college level. I'm so used to, like, high school environments. So, like, anybody younger than us would be in middle school. But I guess she would be in high school and we're in college. Just so weird to me. I really do like that, though.
先輩ですか。
Oh, you went to an all-girls school, Shiki-san. I could totally see that. You must have been pretty popular back in those days, especially if you're underclassmen.
なんでそう思うの？
But no, you just seem like the sort of person younger girls would look up to.
まあ、バレンタインの日には下の子たちからチョコをもらうこともあったけど。
Well, is that what happens at all-girls schools, huh? Nothing sweeter than the youthful romance in an all-girls school.
そういうお嬢様は妄想の中だけ。
I was just thinking the same thing, Kosei.
真相の令嬢という雰囲気とは違うかもしれませんね。
It's probably a rough school. Full of delinquents.
教室結構汚いし、雨の日はタイツとか靴下とか干したりもしますから。
Well, I mean, you girls might catch a cold otherwise, so that's understandable.
暑い時はパンティー気にせずスカートで仰ぐし、廊下を下着姿で走る子もいるし。
Okay, that's very oddly specific. Dang, that's something I'd like to see. Yeah, you would think that way, huh, Kosei? You're telling me the girls there never really get touchy-feel with each other. That's what everyone says all girls' schools are like. I mean, I would hope not. I'm sure there's still rules like, hey, no... whatever that is. You can't sexually harass each other all day.
人と状況によってなくはないけど、ほら、人の肌を気にする前に自分の日焼け止め塗るのに忙しいから。
Just like listening to him, like, try to describe this all-girls school reminds me of how guys have this fantasy that, like, girls at sleepovers just, like, hit each other with pillows, you know, like, they have this, like, cute pillow fight. I doubt that really happens. Never heard of that.
そういうのあっても、おっさんなノリが多いかもですね。恥じらいとかではなく。あと、ブラホック外し選手権とか。
Okay.
やってる子いたな、そういうの。
Well, I'm sure the sort of conversations they have are cute and girly at least.
教室の中にあるものでどっちが攻めでどっちが受けとか言ってた。
机と椅子とか黒板とチョークなんかは定番ですよね。
School I went to, Shirotaki Academy, is a co-ed institution. It's the same school Nozomi currently goes to, and even they were more respectable than this.
お嬢様じゃないのは私もですから文句なんて言えませんけど。
Yeah, so you went to a wild school. I've never heard of anything like that. I gotta say, you're a very friendly person. You know, I'm just gonna say May. I don't know if I want to keep pronouncing that. Hyochidani-san. Really easy to talk to.
ありがとうございます。それだけが取り柄だって親にも言われます。
That's my only positive trait. I'm just imagining her parents saying, "Oh, you're easy to talk to. You know, that's your only positive trait. Nothing about you is good. Besides that."
うるさいって言われることもあるので気をつけなきゃとは思っているんですよ。これでも。
I don't know. I wouldn't say you're annoying. You're a little bit eccentric, but
私はそのままでいいと思うけど、日内谷さんの笑顔は周りも明るくしてくれそうな笑顔だから。
okay. Can you stop flirting? Can we get back to this interview?
なんだか照れますね。ありがとうございます。あ、日内谷って言いづらくないですか？自己紹介の時、自分で自分の名字を噛んだりするんですよね。
It is a very long name.
もしなんだったら、メイって呼んでくださいね。
All right, I'll take you up on that. Mei-chan.
なんでどもるの？気持ち悪い。
I will never get over loving that face. It's so great. Playoff is hard enough addressing a girl by name, let alone by her first name. I might call Nozomi by her first name, but that's only because we've known each other forever.
名前で呼ぶだけなんですから、そこまで緊張しなくても。
I wonder if people in Japan are really like that, because I'm like, here in America, it'd be weird to call someone by their last name, unless they're like a teacher, and you'd be like, oh, Mr. Wheeler, or something like that, you know?
別に呼び捨てにしてもらっても構いませんよ。
May?
だからキモい。
How am I being a creep?
名字の方が呼びやすければ、そのままでも。
Thanks, I'll stick with Hyochidani-san until I get used to it. I wouldn't want to sound like a creep after all. The way you say that just makes you sound more and more like one.
わかりました。
Actually, I don't think I've introduced myself yet. I'm Takamine Kosei. I'm a junior at Hitatsu Fuboshi University. I'm just tripping over all the Japanese words.
四季夏目。同じく一つ星大学の3年。呼び方は任せる。名前でも構わないから。
Same for me, whatever works for you.
なら、夏目先輩と昴生先輩で。
Alright, I like it. Using senpai for me too.
だってこのお店の先輩ですから。
Okay. I guess that's true. Not that I really have a problem with it, honestly. Well, whatever. Let's go with that.
はい。
Okay.
それでどうしてこの店で働こうと？
Yeah, it's like, why do you want to work at our establishment, okay? Why do you want to work here?
そこの道を登下校で使ってるんですけど、昨日アルバイト募集の張り紙を見て。
She wants to work here because she saw the posters. Okay.
家も近いし、カフェでアルバイトっていうのもいいかなと思ったんですけど。
You know, that's good enough for me. You're hired.
もっとちゃんとした理由が必要ですか？
基本的な質問をしてみただけだから気にしないで。正直に答えてくれればいいから。
わかりました。ありがとうございます。
So you live in this area, Mei-san.
そうですね。歩いて5分くらい？学院には表の道を通って駅まで行って、そこから電車です。
Gosh, imagine having to ride a train to school. Only in Japan.
だから働きやすいかなって。
It is pretty close. It's very, very close to your house. If I recall, Makihara is about 15 minutes away by train. Is that right?
はい。あ、なので平日は夕方ぐらいからしか来れないと思いますけど。
That works.
そこら辺のシフトは後々話し合うから、今は気にしないで平気。
わかりました。
I mean, who do we have that can work during the day? Because, like, maybe Akazuki-san and then Mikado? Like, everyone else is going to be in class most of the time. By the way, can you cook?
いやー、料理は苦手です。すみません。調理実習の授業はありましたけど、同じ班の子に危ないから包丁を持つなって言われちゃうぐらいで、
I can work with that.
キッチンにも入れないとダメですか？
Maybe occasionally.
シフトにも影響することだから確認をしただけ。
I mean, I'm sure she can cook something.
あ、
You can make some
フ
tea.
ロア
How
担
about
当だ
that?
としても、コーヒーと紅茶の入れ方は覚えてほしいけど。
On that note, are you a big tea drinker?
はい、好きですよ、午前の紅茶。
No idea what that is. I've heard of Earl Grey before, which apparently our dad likes, but
ダメですか？紅茶家臣の方が良かったですか？
no, we're not judging you based on your tea. You can like whatever tea you want.
仲間ですね。
そういうことじゃないんだけど、その知識もないってことね。
What about coffee?
実はコーヒーは飲んだことなくって。
Same here. Not even
い
once.
やー、なんか苦いってよく聞くじゃないですか。苦いのダメなんですよ。実はゴーヤとかも苦手で。
I mean, that's fine. You can just have someone else like taste test it just to make sure you're doing it okay.
だからなかなか
Already had to do that with some other
踏ん
people
切りがつかない
here.
んですよね。残すともったいないし。
I mean, fair enough. I've not tried a lot of things in life because I don't want to order a whole thing of it. And then if I don't like it, I'm just gonna be like, I don't want to eat this.
わかる。コーヒーとかゴーヤとかピーマンとか苦いのが美味しい方が変でしょ。
I think that's almost blasphemy coming from someone who works at a cafe.
私ピーマンは平気です。肉詰め美味しいですよね。
Okay, that works.
な、
She's just so dumbfounded by that. She's like, how can you like not? You're not sure if you like coffee, but you like green peppers. She's just so taken aback. You don't like green peppers?
うるさいな。だいたいお子様舌とかよく言うけど、未来の数が多くて味に対して敏感なだけなんだ
Ah,
から。
yes.
調べたことはないけど。
Sensitive palate, you say. I'm sure. It's okay not to like food, okay? Like, there's some foods you're just not gonna like. Everyone's different. There's a lot of stuff I like that my wife would never touch, and it's the same way with me and her. Like, I wouldn't touch some of the things she eats. Like, she loves seafood, and I'm like, I like clam chowder. I'll eat clam chowder, but that's about it.
ならそのギヤついた顔をやめて。ムカっ腹が立つ。
Am I smirking? Honestly, I can't tell.
なんだか楽しそうな職場ですね。
Well, I'm glad you think so.
いらぬ恥をかいた。
Let's move on to the next question. Do you visit cafes very often?
ネカフェなら
You know, I'll allow it. What's your favorite noodle dish?
ラーメンです。
Wow, that's very descriptive. Totally.
好きな麺類ってラーメンぐらいしか思いつかなかったので。
That's the only kind of noodle dish I could think of. Okay. So, we got some work to do here. Now I get it. This girl is as pure, genuine, and cheerful as they come. She's probably the type of girl who has zero interest in her class's social cliques, but nobody minds because that's just how she is.
こんな私じゃやっぱりダメですか？雰囲気が違いますかね。
I would say, if anything, you fail because you have purple hair and green eyes. Like, that doesn't exist. Where did you get that? What were your parents? But while we're on the topic, how would you describe the atmosphere in here?
落ち着いた大人な雰囲気ですかね。
Yeah, I would say so.
制服で来ない方が良かったかもってちょっと逃げようかと思いました。
そっか。やっぱりそこから変えた方がいいのかな。
Yeah, we need to brighten this up. We need to have like some anime characters in here or something, you know, make it a little more trendy. The thing is, we're looking to hire someone to be part of our opening staff, but actually we're still at the preparation stage. And before we open for business, we're planning to overhaul the vibe of the cafe.
その時には 樋内凪さんみたいな明るい笑顔が必要になると思う。
なんか照れますね。あれ、それってつまり雇ってもらえるってことですか？
Well, you're the only person who showed up so far, so yes.
もしかしたらオープンさせられない可能性も、それでもよければぜひ協力をしてほしいと思ってる。
Can I finally say it now?
やったー、ありがとうございます。
さっき言った通りオープンできるならって条件がついちゃうけど。
Well, in the meantime, you're hired. I just like saying that.
平気です。よろしくお願いします。もし何かお手伝いできることがあったらどしどし言ってくださいね。
You can clean the floors.
ありがとう。
I don't think anybody does that here. So that's the good thing about a cafe is you always need someone to clean, right? So even if you don't know how to cook much, we can make use of you.
はい。
This is just for personal reference, so feel free to answer as candidly as you like. In your opinion, what do you think we should do to make the place more appealing and welcoming?
そうですね。正直夏目先輩は美人で素敵で大人っぽくて。
Okay, I asked you about the cafe. I didn't ask you about your personal taste in women, okay?
そう？
でも美人すぎて緊張すると言いますか、美人のメイドさんがいる専門店っぽい気がしちゃって。
I don't see that as a problem.
そこら辺に私は圧を感じましたかね。
So it's all your fault, huh? And I unplugged my microphone yet again.
あ、いえ、そんなつもりで言ったわけではないですよ。
I mean, I don't think having just a cute girl working there should affect our business. If anything, that's going to bring us more customers. Why don't you try welcoming us into the cafe just as a test?
いらっしゃいませ。
Okay, I would come here.
何？
You certainly are pretty.
からかってる？
No, I'm serious, though I think you could try smiling more.
笑えてない？
You definitely were, but it's more of a mature, cool beauty kind of smile.
そう、それです、それ。
So you want her to be more bubbly. I think a brighter, more cheery smile would make you come across as more welcoming. Could you give her an example?
いらっしゃいま
There we go. That's what we're looking for right there.
せ。みたいな。改めて言うと思ったよりも恥ずかしいです。
Oh my gosh. Most people that work at a business anyways are pretty fake. I mean, it's just how it is. You put on your customer service attitude.
ちゃんとできてます？
You're hired.
よかった。
Ah, yes.
得した。
Okay. Maybe try focusing on your smile a bit more.
スマイル。いらっしゃいませ。
You're not hired. That's not gonna pass. Looks like you're having a stroke.
何その反応。
That was way too stiff.
そんなつもりはないんだけど。
Yeah, you're trying to not smile. You gotta be softer, sweeter, raise the corners of your mouth a little higher.
いらっしゃいませ。
That's exactly the same.
笑顔だとは思うんですけど。
言わなくていい。できてないのは自分でも分かってるから。笑わなきゃって意識すると逆に難しくて。
Well, it isn't a natural smile for you. Usually you smile like some sort of model.
それはそれでとっても魅力的なんですけどね。
いらっしゃいませ。
That's still absolutely exactly the same. You just need more practice, as do I, in the kitchen. You know, we have a harder job, though, trying to cook some food and then just trying to put on a natural smile. Two different things. After the interview, we continued talking about our plans for the cafe. Like, I think I should end it here, because we've gotten quite a bit of progress. It seems like we have a new member of our cafe, May, so that's nice. Always need more people. And then we'll have Nozumi, and I'm assuming, was there one more, or is that everybody? Is that gonna be our whole crew? We'll have to see. I'll keep playing, obviously, and find out. But it sounds like the cafe's coming together. And we probably need Hiroto's sister. I think that's gonna be our next member, possibly, if anybody. And that'll be good. I think we have a fully functioning cafe here, or at least we're going to, hopefully soon, because we literally have till what, the end of the month. I mean, we need to get this going here. We need to learn how to cook something. We need to make the place look better. But I'm confident we can do it. I'm pretty sure we can do it. Hopefully next episode we'll have even more progress. I mean, we made good progress this one, but anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying it. I will see you in the next one.